Hey guys, what's going on? We are live, and other than me just really quickly giving my desk a quick tidy up, we are looking delicious, and we are ready to go. So that is good. I've just mucked around with my camera a little bit today. Hey Samuel, what's going on? Luke, Jesse, thanks for tagging in Matt too, Matt. Yeah, I was just mucking around with the second camera for sort of 2 seconds tonight. So hopefully that's a smidge better too today. I've just increased the focus a little bit so it's sort of not getting all of my bench. I think I'm pretty well good to go, lads. Yeah, let's go. Hey Josh, what's going on, mate? I think you're 100% right there. Alrighty, so you can see that. I think if I put the box over here, that'll be perfect. So that'll be great. Yep, that's going to work totally fine. Alrighty guys, as always, just let me know what's going on basketball card wise. Luke, I saw your post on USSCA today, and I also saw it on Worldwide. So you're basically asking about what would you do with 20k. I think that's a super interesting concept because and also I think some of the answers that people gave you are quite interesting too, because some people were, realistically, some people were, quite thinking outside of the box. Like they were talking about NFTs, and they were talking about, like, some people even, made reference to bank shares, which I think that is, it's actually not terrible advice, really. But I suppose it comes down to, do you want to, do you want to be involved in basketball cards, or do you want to do, something else? But when the guys were talking about basketball cards, it did seem, there was some pretty funny answers, all around the place. But I would also say too, some of it was like very, very consistent. Like Jordan came up, LeBron came up, Steph Curry came up, and probably at the end of the day, if you're talking about the 20-year test, like that's, sort of where it's at. Sealed came up a little bit. I think that's a really good answer. Alrighty, our first rookie, Reggie Perry. That's going to the Nets. And Russell Westbrook on the National Pride. But if you use the Jared Allen answer as an example, and if you're also making a comparison between bank stocks, like, total blue chip ones, the blue chip being the, your Vanguards or your West Farmers, as opposed, until a couple of days ago. And if you're sort of putting that back to, like, basketball cards and the sort of, higher risk ones, like, alrighty, Obi Toppin on the green, that's going to the Knicks. And if you sort of, your real juicy, like, use Vanguard as an example, if that's like Jordan. But maybe Jared Allen, there is more potential for growth there, just in terms of, percentage wise. And I think, alrighty, Evan Fournier on the silver, that's going to the C's. And that was probably going to be my answer to you. Like, do you actually spread a little bit into some sealed product? Do you buy, a high-end card, and then do you buy, some low-end cards too that, and when I say low-end, I mean like Jared Allen NT RPA. Some sort of like lower end prospects, as opposed to like, I'm not saying buy a million hoops base, like that's for sure. Because also, who has the time to like, flip those bad boys out? But probably at the end of the day, if you're looking at a 20-year thing, it's definitely, alrighty, Westbrook again. Like, you have to, I think you not have to admit, but I think you have to be realistic. Like, probably sealed is, what's consistently done the best over time. And then in terms of prospecting, like, you have to be really, watching the market, like, really closely, going over it with a fine-tooth comb if you're going to get that right. So if you just want to buy something and then, put it away, I definitely think that, alrighty, I think we got a Jam Masters, which is, I was talking about this in the group chat. Yeah, look, I think Giddy is, I think the problem with Giddy is that becomes an emotional purchase. And when I say an emotional purchase, like, I think, the reason why we value that is because or maybe overvalue it, is because I think he's an Australian prospect. Alrighty, Elevate is, and Jam Masters, Aaron Gordon. Let's go into the Nuggies. Who hit the Nuggies? Let's go into Oivan. That's a nice card, man. I opened, I think 5 of these, and I got 1 base Jam Masters. I didn't get any holos. So, yes, we got 1 out of the second packet, but I'm not anticipating to get like any more than, say, 5 of these in the whole box. So whereas last year I felt like, these were almost dime a dozen's not the right word to say, but there was a lot of these last year. There really was a lot. Alrighty, I'm gonna penny sleeve rookies and sort of nice colored ones, and then inserts and other colors I'll penny sleeve later on. Look, probably at the end of the day, man, like Jordan and LeBron is where it's at. Kobe's come down a lot recently. And I think if you're, one thing you could do, like if you're looking for a tool to like help aid your, investing or your buying plans, I would probably buy a Kira Lewis on the pink. Let's go into the Pals. I would get a Card Ladder subscription, because the problem with Card Ladder, the way that I use it, I just have a free account. You can only see the last 3 months of data. Whereas if you get a full subscription, they give you basically all the data that they've ever collected or aggregated. So, if you're looking at, people, to buy in at the right time, particularly on, higher end cards, and you're looking, to see trends in the market, I think that would be, very valuable for the type of purchase that you're thinking about. But other than that, I think the other thing I just wanted to add, to answer your question, was that I feel like I have made purchases in the past to, as investments, and if it hasn't gone well, I haven't particularly, enjoyed myself. So, that's really, really, really nice. I love the silver mosaics. I should say the mosaic, really, because that's what it is. That's going to Philadelphia. That's a sick card. Robbie Young, that's going to you, mate. That's going to Philadelphia. you know, and you sort of you spend your money on these cards, and then the investment, the quote unquote investment, turns bad. Jam Masters, this is the base, and this is the other card that I wanted to talk about too tonight. So basically, if you've been following any of the 1-on-1 breaks, this is like a very, very much a cheaper version of the Timeless Moments. So it's got a photograph, it's got the date, it's got the game, and on the back then it gives like a bit of a description going through. And then if we get the short printed one like this, they look really, really good. I got a silver Kawhi Leonard. And yeah, I think they just look absolutely stunning. So that's that shot that rolled around the rim and then knocked Philly out of the finals. So they've chosen some really cool, basketball moments too. So these are super good cards, and I really hope we get like a silver or a Mosaic, something like this. How much am I worth? Nothing, man. Honestly. Anyway, what I was going to say, I got completely distracted by cards, which is the right thing to be doing. So I would only buy, now if I'm, quote unquote investing to cards, I only buy cards that I enjoy. And then so if the price goes bad and I'm stuck with these cards, at least I've got cards that I enjoy. So that will be probably like, if you're going to buy cards, if you're going to choose to buy basketball cards, that will be, Reggie Perry again, that's going to the Nets. That will be like the main sort of, that will be the thing that I would emphasize the most. And I probably should have said that first, to be honest, just because if you buy something and it literally goes to, I know there might be children around, but if the investment goes to decomposing dirt, at least you enjoy the card and you think it's cool. And that would be, and again, that's the worst case scenario, right? Alrighty. Good luck, lads. Next pack. And I think, if we can also be, brutally honest here, I think buying into basketball cards as a commodity as opposed to a hobby, the volatility is next level. Alrighty, that's really nice. That's going to the Nets. It's going to JC. Congrats, JC. Alrighty, Christian Wood on the Elevate, and I don't even know how they're pronouncing this card. Hall of Fame. Which I'm pretty sure is a play of words on Hall of Fame and hollow. As in like hollow card. Hey Jared, what's going on, Big Dice? Big Dog. Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, so exactly. So if your Nico collection goes to dust like my Schofield collection, at least you've still got some nice cards to show for it, Jared, you got Raptors. Nothing for you, mate, that's been really outstanding yet, mate. Alrighty, quickly. So the debut card is not the rookie card. This is it's a different subset. This card is basically the first day that they play, and again, it gives like a little bit of a summary on the back of the card. In terms of the resale on those, you're looking at like 66 to 50% less from their rookie card. So even though it has a rookie logo on it, don't get confused if you are buying these up on eBay or whatever, in terms of like, when you're putting your bids in and your, comp prices, the price on those does drop quite dramatically. What? I thought you meant you got an RPA Ant-Man in your break, that 1-on-1 break, for a second then, man. I wasn't too sure if you were like serious or not then. Timmy D. Naismith. James Harden on the National Pride. I don't mind that National Pride set, actually. It's not so bad at all. Alrighty, we got a silver coming up. It is a silver rookie. but it's Lamar Stevens. It's going to Dwayne. Congrats, Dwayne. This looks like the penny sleeve got caught a little bit. Yeah, so this actually there is a little bit of product news. So there's Donruss Elite, which I should have in my hands in about 2 weeks, 2.5 to 3 weeks. And then the other piece of hobby news at the moment too is Donruss is releasing on Friday. So, and they've brought back next day autos. So last year's product, you know, actually considering it didn't have next day autos in it, I thought it was received really, really well. Alrighty, and this is the different one again. So this is the actual like rookie card. So that's going to the Warriors. It's going to Brett Goddard. Congrats, Brett. Brett, you've been going in a fair few breaks lately, so nice little hit there. So they've changed up the variants this year. So last year in these packets it was the pink camo. And then this year, the pink camo is actually numbered to 50, and it's in the hobby boxes. So, again, if you're looking to comp stuff, just sort of keep that in mind. I haven't seen a heap of Lamar Stevens, man. I really haven't. And I would say that I've watched a pretty reasonable amount of Cavs this year. I think Hornets and Warriors is tied for my 2 favorite teams, and then like an easy, you know, by a landslide third is the Cavs. They're just awesome this year. I really like watching them play. Alrighty, Naismith on the debut. Alrighty, my boy Zeke Naji. Magic Man. And that's nice. Let's go into Brett Goddard again. Steph Curry on the green. Jason Tatum and a silver Thad. Yeah, 100%, man. I can order for you, definitely. Or at least give me the chance to get a price for you. Yeah. Next day autos are highly, highly collectible cards. And I think well, actually, now that we're talking about that, so the other thing too is we've got Donruss Elite. I got 3 boxes of that come in. And that's also got on-card autos. Oh, Steph Curry again. So a green and a pink in the same fatty. Congrats to the Warriors spot, Brett Goddard. Yeah, so they've got on-card autos in that. And then I saw a post recently on a US website, and the post author was basically comparing the inserts out of Donruss Elite to like precious metal cards. So, you know, if you like that sort of basketball card history and you do think that people will collect based on, you know, old trends, you know, that very well could be a very collectible set. So I think I do like a nice little set chase, so I'm definitely going to be having a look more into that. But at the same time, do not take that as gospel from me, because it is most definitely not gospel. I need to do heaps more research into that. Alrighty, LeBron James and Bol the man, and will to win is Kyrie, and Hall of Fame Dennis Rodman. That is an absolute banger. That looks awesome. Cool. I reckon that's the green. Alright, who got Bulls? Bulls. Timmy Dalton. I think you'll like that. I must say, Luke, that was also the boxes that I bought on my return to the hobby was Don Russ, and I got a DeAndre Ayton next day auto. I got that graded, and I flipped that, and then I bought more sealed, and I started breaking on USSCA. So there you go. Sorry lads, I forgot to do the last bonus pack. But I'd also say, if people ask me about my biggest mistakes, is Don Russ. Either I threw away a card, we got shorted a card on that one. At least it wasn't the rookie card. Yeah, so if people ask me about my biggest mistakes in the hobby, actually my management of Don Russ was high on the top. There you go. So obviously Don Russ is very warm to people's hearts. Yeah, so my sort of, like, not funny story, but my learning curve was that. So I bought a case because basically the shipping was so much to buy one box. It was pretty much the same price to buy a case. This was my line of thinking, and then I thought I could just, sell the rest off. I couldn't even sell it for cost. So then I was selling it for like less than, and then, oh, you're joking. Pritchard on the green and on the pink, and Jam Masters, that's our second. So I think this is the Mosaic, and then the other one we got was the green. So that's a really nice card. That's going to the Jazz. That's going to Samuel. Congrats, Samuel. Yeah, and then I was selling loose packets on eBay, and then, of course, I wasn't factoring in, the eBay fees and all this type of stuff. It was just an absolute nightmare. And then I remember vividly, one guy came over because he wanted to pick it up on my house. He wanted to save on postage, and then he was like $15 short. And of course, I just agreed to give him the $15 discount. It was just like a comedy of errors. And then of course, the boxes went up, 10x. So that's my Don Russ story. Are these just 2 cards a pack? That's 2 packets we've been shorted on. Oh, look, to be honest, I've got a heap of these lying around. I can chuck in a couple of extra cards. I'm sorry, lads. On the bright side, though, at least they're the veteran ones, and they're not the rookie ones. That's Udoka, and again, that's going to Samuel. So we're probably a bit over halfway, lads. Yeah, anyway, look, I'm super primed for Don Russ. Just for the fact that it does have the next day autos in it. I think that's, that's really, really important to that product. I'm a little bit shocked that they couldn't get that organized for last year's product, because, I mean, at the end of the day, there's some nice cards that come out of Don Russ, but the card that you chase, the one that, you want in your hand, is the next day auto. So even if they made the whole thing redemption, alrighty, Edwards on the debut, that would have been, in my mind, a pretty reasonable, compromise. But just for them to jam around on the green, just for them to pull it all together like that, I don't know. That didn't really sit with me that well, I'm not going to lie to you. Alrighty, will to win. Oh, look, it's literally just a quality control thing, because it's not, like, the packets don't, and the box didn't look like it was tampered with. It was properly sealed. So, and also too, if you're going to pinch the cards out of it, which people do, pinch them and reseal, you would pinch the rookie cards. Because in saying that, I've actually had packets of these opened, and they just, just through the manufacturing process, it just hasn't sealed up properly. So, alrighty, Cole Anthony. Let's go into the Magic. This has been a nice little box. David Houston on the debut. So, 3 packets left, lads. Good luck, everyone. Alrighty, I think we've got one of these bang cards in the holo. Alrighty, Cole Anthony. Damian Lillard, and we hit a beautiful number to 10 of that the other day. And the man, Lamelo Ball. Yeah, it was Joshua Marucci, wasn't it? Yeah, congrats, Josh. Alrighty. My favorite defender in the league at the moment is Dort. He is just an absolute machine. Embiid. It's still nice. That's the Ray Allen 3 against the Spurs. June 18, 2013. Yeah, definitely. That's a 6 shot. The Heat needed a 3 in the closing seconds of Game 6 in order to force overtime and stay alive in the finals. They gave the ball to Allen, the NBA's all-time leading in long-distance makes, and bang, he canned the beyond clutch jumper. He went on to hit the clinching free throws in overtime, and Miami hosted the trophy 2 nights later. Cool. That's really cool. I was hoping we'll get one of these. So we got one of these, and we got 2 Jam Master holos, so not a bad little return. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hopefully they'll compensate us with some better cards, eh? I mean, it hasn't been a terrible box, to be fair. I wonder who'll be Defensive Player of the Year this year. I hope that Dort gets some mentions, because I just think that guy is just so unbelievable. I really do. Alrighty, PJ Washington. A little bit of Spicy P. And then we got, this one's got an extra card in it. There you go. That is a great portrait. Alrighty, Denny on the debut. Alrighty, so we've had, maybe it's going to even out over the packs. So I think we were 2 packs. We were short on 2 packs. Hey JC, what's going on, mate? Yeah, there was 2 nice Hardens earlier on in the piece, mate. 2 holos, actually. So you've done well. Alrighty, Sabonis. Bol. Tyrese Maxey on the base. The GOAT. Killian. Alrighty, Maxey again. This time on the debut on the green. T-Mac on the Jam Masters. Oh. I thought that was Edwards for a tick. When the silvers in these are mint, like, they are just amazing to look at. But when they're all scratched up and nasty, not so. Alrighty, 1 bonus pack and then 1 fatty left, and we're done, lads. that's all finished. It's been just a single box tonight, so yeah. So look, guys, I said this in the chat room, but I'm going to say it again publicly. Thank you so much for the really quick fill today, and then thank you everyone for getting their payments in. I didn't have to chase anything today, so that just makes my life just so much easier. So thank you so much. That's great. In terms of the rest of the week breaking, I'll see how I'm going on Saturday, Sunday, but to be honest, I just sort of need a couple of days to catch up. I feel like I've been chasing my tail a little bit the last sort of few days, so I need to get a few things sorted out for work, and I need to spend some time with my missus, to be honest. Yeah, this one's got 2 too. Alrighty, Josh Jackson and Mr. Ramsey. He's the Grant Riller of the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, look, I to be honest, Luke, that's what I really built my chops on. So I do want to keep mixing it up with sort of, some bigger breaks and then some little ones like this. And I mean, to be honest, I wanted to keep it into the $10 range, but there's just no way we could have done this for $10. But next week I've got a really delicious $10 break because I got some megas and I've got some blasters, so we'll be able to do 2 boxes for $10. I'm just about. It might even be anyway. It'll be more. It'll either be more product for $10 or it's gonna be less money. I got them for really good prices, so I'm super happy about that. Did I open the bonus pack first, did I? I think I did. Alrighty, Draymond, will to win, and our very last card of the night is Paul George. So yeah. Alrighty guys, stick around for a recap. Yeah. Just going to put these up to the side for a second. Put these back into the box. Alrighty, and then this is our recap pile. Thanks, Samuel. Thank you so much, mate, for jumping in as always. Alrighty, Draymond, base. Jam Masters, Paul George, Pink Ramsey, Pink Fox, Pink Glove. That goes to OKC, sorry. Base, and base Jam Masters. Green Maxi, that's a silver on the D-Lo. I really like that card. That's a really good card. Cole Anthony again, you get a top loader, mate. Anthony Edwards, you get a top loader. Ja Morant, you get a top loader. Ditto LeBron. Alrighty, Lamelo. JC, that's for you, boss. Udoka on the pink. Trey Burke, I don't know why I put you into a penny sleeve so soon. Grant Hill in the Hall of Fame. Pritchard. Again, Pritchard on the pink. Gumby. LeBron. Bobo. That Rodman, delicious. Steph, you get a top load up. Alrighty. Zignaji, Steph again. That's for you, JC. And for you, JC. That's going to the Nets. And another bank card. Alrighty, I really like that card. I'm sort of tossing up between that and the Donovan Mitchell on the Jam Masters. That's my favorite card of the night. I think the Iverson is right up there. Iverson looked a bit bigger at the All-Star weekend, but he looked pretty healthy. And he looked happy, you know. I think that guy's had some pretty tough times of late, so I'm glad he looks like he's doing okay. Alrighty, Jam Master, Silver Rookie, Lamar Stevens, the Bang card, Spider Mitchell on the Jam Masters, Mosaic, and this bad boy here, Pink James Wiseman. So that's everything. Alrighty guys, that is me done. I'm going to do some sorting tonight. If you've got any messages for me, you know where to find me. And take care of yourselves, lads. Good night, guys. Cheers.